अस्त्युत्तरस्यां दिशि देवतात्मा हिमालयो नाम नगाधिराजः पूर्वापरौ तोयनिधिव गाह्य स्थितः पृथिव्या इव मानदण्डः. So Parameshwara is, the context is Parameshwara is asking Parvati and about her tapas, and he is also praising her tapas. First he asked about the general small talk. Have you got this? Have you got that? Is everything fine, comfortable? All that Ketuntu. You know, you are the best among the tapasvis here. Even aged tapasvis look up to you as an ideal. And then he says, not only, Himot Parvata himself has become completely pure because of you, and not because, maybe not as much, it was not as pure with Ganga as it has become sanctified by you. So Vikirna Saptarshi Balik Prabhasibihi Tathana Gangai Salilair Divaschutaihi Yatha Twadiyaihi Charitaihi Anavilaihi Mahidharaf Pavitayesha Sanvayaha. Along with his entire lineage, he is now completely sanctified because of your actions and you doing all this right here in Himavat Parvata itself. So he praises her in this format, and he continues to talk about the greatness of Parvati and her tapas. Anena dharma savishesham adhyat me trivargasarav pratibhati bhamini tvaya mano nirvishaya arthakamaya tvaya mano nirvishaya arthakamaya yad eka eva pratigrihya sevyate. Anena, because of your actions, I see that dharmaha savishesham in its entirety, Trivarga Saraha iti me pratibhati. I think dharma is the saram, is the essence of the Trivarga. All the three, dharma, artha and kama. If you take these three, he leaves out moksha because that is called apavarga, which is beyond the Trivargam. So Trivargam is dharma, artha and kama. Among these three, I think dharma is the sarabhutam for, among the three, sarabhutam is dharmaha because of you, and because of the fact that tvaya yat tvaya eka eva pratigrihya sevyate anena. Because of that fact, I feel dharma is the saram. So why does he feel dharma is the saram? Yat yasmat karanat tvaya, you who have removed artha and kama from your mind, mano nirvishaya artha kamaya tvaya, as an adjective to Parvati here. Manasaha, from your mind, from your mind, you have, manasaha arthau kamaucha nirvishaya. So the artham and kamam that is there in your mind, it doesn't have a vishaya. It doesn't have a goal in your mind. And hence, I feel yat eka eva pratigrihya sevyate, only one has been adopted by you. You are doing everything with a dharmic sense in your mind. You don't have the sense of artha or kama, and there is only dharma in your mind. Because of that fact, I think dharma is the saram of all three, dharma, artha and kama. So we'll go over the vyakhyanam. Atha dharmasyaiva trivargasaratvam shruti smriti prasiddhamapi. Even though it is famous, or it is said in both Vedas and Smriti, it is praised that dharma is the saram for all three, dharma, artha, kama, trivarga. Yet Tvatsevitatvad adya madrishanamapi pratiti gocharatvam apannam. Only when you see it in action would you even consider that it is possible to be done. அதாவது நடைமுறைக்கு ஒத்து வரதா இல்லையாங்கிறது யோசிக்கணும்ல. So there are many things that are in theory, but whether it can be put to practice or not is, people are always confused about that fact. You can say how many ever you want, but it is very difficult to put it in practice. This is the common attitude that we take with respect to Vedas or Dharma Shastras or anything for that matter. The rules pertaining to Sanatana Dharma. So it is said in Shrutis and Smritis that Dharma is the saram. That is what we have to hold on to always. But when we see in practice people like you, So tvat sevitatvat, because you have adopted dharma and you are following dharma, because of that fact, madrishanam api, Parameshwara is saying this, that's the beauty of this conversation. Parameshwara, who is supposed to be the pinnacle of dharma and everything, he is Sakshat Parameshwara atra. So he talking about madrishanam api pratiti gocharatvam. It becomes evident even for us, people like us, that apannam, and because of the rule, yadyad acharati sreshtha tattadeva itaro janaha. Anything that is followed by sreshtha is being followed by normal people also. So we need someone as an ideal to to show us that it can be put to practice. Bhamini, the difference actually, I think in Mallinatha he takes the reading of Bhavini. Bhavini iti uktamatra. So Bhavini is prashasta abhipraye, one who has a bhava. Bhavini, one who has a very lofty ideal, bhavam, in their mind. So Bhamini here, usually Bhamini is a word in Kavya Prakasham or in many Shringara Kavyas, even including Natakas. Bhama is used as kopam, or shining, someone who is beautiful, someone who is very angry. Chandi itivat, Bhamini. But here he takes a different meaning. He says Daivanukulyam iti, Saubhagyam. So anena me adya dharmaha trivargasaraha savishesham pratibhati. Bhamini, he Daiva Sampanne, one who has the Daivam on one side, that is fate on one side. So Daivanu Bhama Daivanukulancha Saubhagyam chapi kathyate iti Purana Kavihi. I've searched on whatever I have tried to find out, Google search nowadays gives better answers than just the dictionary or anything. I could not find this reference. The only reference is Kumarasambhava alone. So, and the kosha gives the meaning of brightness or shining, all that is there, but not this Daivanukulyam. I don't see the meaning of Daivanukulyam for Bhama at all. So, we will take it as what this Vyakhyata says. So, this Saubhagyam, one who is extremely fortunate. Anena, etasmad vakshyamaanat karanat. This anena refers to the karanam that is going to be said in the following pada, in this later third and fourth pada. So you sometimes, when you start off a shloka with anena, you think it has to be connected with the earlier shloka. But that's not the case in this shloka. Anena karanena yasmat karanat iti, it has been given later here. So, etasmat vakshyamaanat karanat me mama trivargasaraha dharmartha kamanam trayanam vargaha trivargaha. Dharma, artha, kama, all these three together are called trivargaha. Tatra saraha sreshthaha. So, that which is the best among the three. Saraha bale sthiramshecha nyayye klibam vare trishu. So, saraha refers to balam or sthiramsham, that which is the most unchanging thing in it. So, sreshtha vachi shabda, or nyayam, that which is the most correct one. So, if you use it in kliba, saram, then I think nyayye is in klibam, and vare trishu sreshtha. This is what we need right now. So, if you take the meaning of varaha, sreshtha, then you can decline it in all three genders. Otherwise, it should be in klibam, napunsakalinga. If you use it in the sense of balam, strength, then it is saram. Sthiramshaha, then you take it as saram. Pirinchi kudukkradhu, essence அப்படிங்கிறோம்ல, or nyayaha. These are all in saram is used in napunsakalingam. When you say saraha, then you can trivarga saraha iti dharmaha, dharmasya visheshanataya atra uktam. Iti shabdaha atra arthat siddhyati trivarga saraha iti pratibhati ityarthaha. So that iti is a connection. Savishesham iti pratibhana kriya visheshanam. இங்க பார்த்தீங்கன்னா So, dharmaha eva trivargasaraha iti savishesham pratibhati. Savishesham in a complete sense. Enna potrukar? Purvasmat kalat vishesha sahitam yatha bhavati tatha. From a long time, Purvasmat kalat vishesha sahitam, that which is I would say incompletely or with in particular, this is what I feel that dharma is the saram. Completely nedthukla, or vishesha is some particularity, no? Especially abdi bolya, and that's the meaning here for the word savishesham. Pratibhati manasi spurati. So I think, in my mind, I think dharma, especially dharma is the saram for among the three things, dharma, artha and kama. Anena iti ukta Dharmaha trivargasaraha iti adya maya samyak nishchitam. Now I have completely determined that, clearly I have determined that dharma is the sarabhutam or the best among the three. Anena ityuktam khalu. So what is the reason? Because of what? Why has he decided that this is the best among the three? Tvaya eka eva pratigrihya sevyate iti yat anena. Yat yasmat karanat, because of the fact that it has been taken up by you, only that ekaha eva dharmaha eva pratigrihya sevyate, it is being you have taken up dharma alone and you are standing by it. Tvaya sarajnaya, he qualifies tvaya, one who understands what is best among things. So sarajnaya tvaya ekaha dharma eva pratigrihya adritya, having taken it up, sevyate. Sevyate nama, not just it is used or something like that, he qualifies it as kartavyatva buddhya sevyate. You adopted it, you have adopted it, and you are following it with the sense that it is something that has to be done. Kartavyatvam. Not because of kamam or lobha, artha, etc. Kamalobhadi hetvantara sahitasya sadacharasya apramanyat pratigrihya ityuktam. Pratigrihya nama adaraniyattvena tatra grihitva. So she has taken it up in the sense that it is something that has to be honored as the best among the three. Because if you do any work with the artha and kama in your mind, kama lobhadi hetu antara, with another hetu in your mind, if you have these reasons in your mind to perform a duty, perform an action, and not with the sense of duty in your mind, then that sadachara, that action is apramanyam. It doesn't have any pramana. In the sense, it cannot be taken as a value by others. Values are those which are done with a sense of duty and not with a sense of desire or with a sense of money behind it. No, even charity, tomorrow, many people do charity with the sense that, I want a big plaque in my name. So that becomes a fame. So that kind of a desire and all that is, best is in the, solo, right kaikku theriyada, left kaikku theriyada, right kaikku kudukanum va. You give anonymously such a way that even your left hand doesn't know that your right hand is giving. Appadi irukano charity. So any action, any sadachara should be without hetvantaram, without kama, lobha, etc. Atra sevyate iti vartamana nirdeshena yavvana arambha samaye adyapi Askhalitasi iti dyotyate. The continuous part, no? Sevyate, you are still continuing to follow that dharma. Right from the time that you entered into Yavvana arambha samaye, adyapi askhalita asi. There is no gap there at all. Natu sevitam. Asevyata ityadikam nasti atra. Sevyate iti vartamanataya uktatvat tatra askhalita vighna rahitattvena tatra taya she has been holding on to dharma iti dharmacharanam kritam. Arthakamayoho anadaram aha. The fact, the adjective for Parvati here refers to the fact that she had no desire for wealth or any kamam here. So mano nirvishaya artha kamaya. Manasaha nirvishayau avishayau artha kamau arthascha kamascha yasyaha taya. So you do first arthascha kamascha as a samasthapadam. So artha and kama. Avishayo arthakamo. That is nirvishayo arthakamo. Or manasaha nirvishayo mano nirvishayo. Those two objects which do not find a vishaya, they are nothing in the mind. Manasaha nirgatau vishayo. That those two objects which have been removed from her mind, and those two objects are artha and kama. So she does not have artha or kama in her mind at all. Tadrisha sa, tadrishi sa. So artha yasyaha taya artha kama parangmukha chittaya. One whose mind is completely averse to artha and kama, to both wealth and desire. Yasmat tvaya yavvana uchitan kaman pitragriha gatani ati sulabhani dhanani api anadritya dharme eva adaram darshayitva iti. So pratigrihya, that is why he takes this as adritya, adaram darshayitva iti. You have given so much of importance to dharma by not giving importance to kama. Desires are very, very second nature to a person in Yavvana. So Yavvana uchitam, it is something appropriate to Yavvane Vishayeshinam. Yeah. So it is natural for someone who is in the Yavvanavastha to want desires or to enjoy these things. And at the same time, it's not that you don't have all these things. You have these in your father's house also. Pitragriha gatani atisulabhani dhanani. There is also wealth in your father's house for you to enjoy whatever you want, but you have not considered those things. And dharma eva sabhiprayam sevyate. With a great effort and with an intention, you seem to be following dharma. He is slowly moving towards asking the question, why are you doing this tapas? Adhikaha, the conversation itself is நேரடியா வந்து, he neither did Parameshwara come and say, okay, I am pleased with your tapas, let's marry. Tadhapi nasti. Nor did he just come and say, why are you doing this? Now, there is a methodology to start your conversation, and the art of small talk itself is we deny that nowadays sometimes in the name of being quite direct. We feel that we have lost that beautiful transition into what we want to ask. Yes, this is the primary thing, right? But at the same time, there is a way to approach. There is a way to go into the conversation. That is very beautiful in this dialogue. Pitragriha gatani ati sulabhani dhanani api anadritya dharma eva sabhiprayam sevyate tasmat dharmartha kamanam madhye dharmasyaiva pradhanyam. Only dharma has importance in your mind, and it is the most important one. Iti samprati me nischayaha jataha. Now I am convinced after seeing you that dharma is the most important one. So, anena dharmas savishesha madhya me anena dharmas savishesha madhya me trivargasarav pratibhati bhamini tvaya mano nirvishayartha kamaya yadeka eva pratigrihya sevyate. Next he says, prayukta satkara. Ipo abdi அந்த துண்டு போடுறது அதுதாங்க விட்டு போடுறது போல. பிரயுக்த சத்கார விசேஷம் ஆத்மனா நமாம் பரம் சா பிரதிபத்தும் அர்ஹசி அதுவா சம்பிரதிபத்தும் அர்ஹசி யதா சதாம் சன்னத காத்ரி சங்கதம் மனிஷிபிஸ் சாப்தபதீனம் உச்யதே. Because you have shown me so much of respect, so much of satkara. Prayukta satkara vishesham mam atmana prayuktam. You have shown a satkara, a puja, a respect of a great speciality. A special puja you have done to me. Or not puja, atiti satkara. So satkara vishesham prayuktam tvaya atmana. You who, because of the fact that you have shown me so much of respect, mam param sa tvam pratipattum na arhasi. Evam sa atmana prayukta satkara vishesham sa tvam, you, that person who you should not think of me as someone different. Param pratipattum na arhasi. Don't think of me as அந்நியனா நினைக்காத என்ன அப்படிப்போ. தமிழ்ல இதெல்லாம் வந்து we use these expressions very very casually. என்ன மத்தவாளா நினைக்காத, உன்னை சேர்ந்தவாளா நினைச்சு சொல்லு அப்படின்போம். That's the way you get into confidence with another person. Don't think of me another person or as a para aparaha aham iti. So mam param na pratipattum arhasi, na jnatum arhasi, because you yourself have treated me as your own and you have spoken so much of words. அது சொல்ல போறார். சன்னத காத்ரி, one who has beautiful form. Gatrani, sannatani, humble, as well as you take it as in the meaning of charu, beautiful, one who has beautiful limbs. Satam Manishibhihi satam sangatam saptapadinam yada uchyate yada satam sangatam manishibhihi saptapadinam uchyate. யதாவா இருக்கு. இவர் என்ன போட்டிருக்கா, ஒரு நிமிஷம். Why am I not able to do this? Sorry. யதஹ அதான் பார்த்தேன். I remember reading it differently. So yatas satam sannatagaatri sangatam manishibhis saptapadinam uchyate. Yataha seems a little better than yada. He takes yada as yasmat, because yataha iti arthe eva yada iti uchyate. But when it has been said that satam sangatam, when two people meet, when good people meet, sangatam has been called as saptapadinam. Saptapadinam nama sakhyam. It is a friendship. So when 7 words are spoken or 7 steps are taken, then it is called in friendship, then it is called as saptapadinam. Sakhyam iti manishibhihi uchyate. Great people say that this is saptapadinam. So don't think of me as another person, as someone who think of me as someone who belongs to you. Abdingra. The Vyakhyata is just very very beautiful in this shloka. Yathartha stutibhihi evamadibihi devyaha chittam avarjya. Having attracted Devi's chittam mind with the yathartha stutibhihi, with praises that are truthful. It is not the migai kadayadu, not an exaggeration. It is a real praise that he has said right now, right? So tadrisham devyaha chittam avarjya, having attracted Devi's mind. Anyat atyanta nigudham kimapi prashtukamaha. He wants to ask something very rahasyam atra. As Mallinatha takes it as samprati manoratham jignasuhu prasthauti iti. Mallinatha doesn't care much for all these things. This person wants to show his prowess or his expression here. And this Vyakhyanam is more like another text. That's why. So, kimapi atyanta nigudham, something that is very rahasya, he wants to ask. Prashtukamaha, Bhagavan, atra atmanaha yogyatam upapadayate. Someone cannot ask out of the blue a question, right? What is there in your mind? So, he has to also say that he is worthy of asking this question and she also can answer her. It is in fact appropriate for her to answer such a very intimate personal question that he is going to ask right now. So, Sattvam Atmana Prayukta Satkara Vishesham Mam Param Pratipattum Na Arhasi. Sa Ya Purvokta Sakala Guna Vishishta. Now, I have been praising you so much because you are of this quality, so you would understand that I am not someone else who does not belong here or who should not be asking such questions. So, Purvokta Sakala Guna Vishishta. You have so many good qualities. Atmana Tvaya Prayuktaha Kritaha Satkara Visheshaha Sammana Visheshaha Yasmin Tathavidam. The Satkara Vishesha, the quality that you have shown, the Satkara, the Puja, the respect that you have shown towards me. So, Mam Param, anatmiyam pratipattum kalpayitum na arhasi. You should not think of me as someone who does not belong to you. Anatmiya. Yataha tvatkritaihi satkara visheshaihi eva aham tvadiyaha jataha. I have become yours because you have shown me, because of the respect that you have shown me. Tasmat na paratvena kalpaniyaha. You should not think of me as someone different. Apitu tvat parivarajanattvena iva kalpaniyaha. Think of me as one of your family and answer. Nanu katham atiti satkara matrat evam atmiyatva praptihi. How is it possible that just by, doing atiti satkara, such a relationship can occur? Such closeness can occur. So the reason, samarthanam is given in the second line. So manishi bihi satam sangatam saptapadinam uchyate yada. He sannata gatri. Sannatam sundaram gatram yasyaha. Sannatam nama natam. Natam can mean well, and the sannata amsa, one whose shoulders are a little low, it is not high and like that of a man. There is one such meaning also. Here he takes the meaning of charu, beautiful, one who has a beautiful form. Manishibihi vidvatbihi anena tadvakyasya shraddheyatva muktam. Not some random statements that I am saying, but great people have said this. Vidwan, vidvatbihi, manishibihi, manisha tu buddhihi, khalu, athava mananashilaha ye vartante, te tu atmadrishtya tat sarvam taihi drishtam iti. So manishibihi satam sajjananam sangatam sangamanam. Sangamanam nama paraspara sangama matram. The meeting of great people. Bhave nishtha. So sangamanam, sangatam angartha kta pratyaya, no? That nishtha is in bhave pratyaya. So the meeting of great people, good people, is called saptapadina. It is termed as saptapadinam. The word vyutpatti for that etymological derivation is saptapada ucharana janyam iti vyutpatya saptapadinam iti sakhyam uchyate. The sutram saptapadinam sakhyam is a sutra in Ashtadhyayi, and it is a nipata. Sakhyam sapta padaihi kritam iti saptapadinam. And if you look at the sutram, saptapadinam iti nipatyate sakhye abhidheye saptabihi padaihi avapyate iti. So saptabihi padaihi, number we think that, I'll just share the sutram here. What I was thinking for a long time was just 7 steps you take around the fire, or and the kala pudichinde during the vivaha samaye angushta illaya, and the kala pudichinde 7 step eduthu veppa, right? But it's more to do with the friendship in Gangrar. When the meaning is friendship, sakhyam, saptabihi padaihi avapyate iti. You don't take just 7 steps. Padam nama, it can also be padam shabdam. Words. When you have exchanged 7 words in good intent, then you become a friend now.
So that saptapadiyam in vivaha samaye is actually refers to sakhyam.
Yes.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So saptapadinaha sakha, saptapadinam mitram. So one with whom I have exchanged words. Or if it is a gunapradhanam, then you can just say saptapadinam. Saptapadinam angre saptapadinam. 7. Tadditam varnolya. This is a nipata here. Yada iti yasmat arthe. So yataha sajjananam paraspara sangamatradeva. Sajjananam. There is no mention of husband and wife or anything here. So it is a mention of 2 minds, good minds meeting. So sajjananam parasparam sangamatradeva Sakhyam bhavati iti manishibhihi uktam. Great people have spoken that just by merely exchanging few words, when you meet good people with good intent and the same frequency, etc., then that sakhyam, that friendship is called as aptapadinam. Tataha tvatkrita satkara visheshaha aham tvadiyaha eva. You have shown me a great respect, so I now belong to you. In other words, the rahasyartha here is tvatkritaihi seva visheshaihi aham tvadiyaha eva jataha. That's the nigudhartha, right? He always has one underlying meaning there as Parameshwara, because he was her husband in the earlier janma. So, Tvatkritaihi in the earlier avatar. Seva Visheshaihi, by your service I have become yours already. Prayukta Satkara Vishesham Atmana Namam Param Sampratipattum Arhasi or Sa Pratipattum Arhasi. Yada Satam Sannata Gatri Sangatam Manishibhis Saptapadinam Uchyate. Ato atra kinchit bhavatim bahukshamaam dvijati bhavad upapanna chapalaha ayanjanah prashtumanas tapodhane nachedrahasyam pratibodhayishyati nachedrahasyam kathetu edli or if it is not a big secret, tell me abdinu. Idu Vishnu Puranama illa some. Recently, I was reading some text where continuously he will try to ask if, Mudra Rakshasala, correct. Mudra Rakshasatla, there is Rakshasa, the minister, who is asking a person who is going to commit suicide. It's actually all a fake thing done by Chanakya, and he's going to commit suicide, but he wants Rakshasa to come and ask him continuously why he is doing this. So Rakshasa is asking, Yadiched narahasyam tarhi nibodha. So tell me, I want to know why you are going to commit suicide, and also he will continuously press him like that. But it's a way of also telling him, if you want to keep it to yourself, you can. But if you think it is something worthy of sharing, then you can, please tell me. So, ataha atra kinchit bhavatim bahukshamam ayanjanaha prashtumanaha he tapodhane. One who's, all of these adjectives for Parvati is to just say, don't be angry with me. I'm going to ask you a very, very personal question right now. So, you have your dhanam, your wealth is tapas. He tapodhane. Bahukshamam bhavatim. If you do not have the sense of patience, you cannot have tapas as your dhanam. So you have so much of patience, so much of forbearance with you. So bahukshamam bhavatim ayanjanaha prashtumanaha. This person, ayamjanaha, aham ityarthe atra uktam. So this person wants to ask you something. You who have so much of patience, because the question that அதுவே தப்பா நினைச்சுக்காத அப்படின்னு ஆரம்பிப்போம் இல்லையா. Don't think otherwise, if you don't mind, அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு question இது. So bahukshamam, you have so much of patience, because I who am dvijati bhavat upapanna chapalaha. I have a little bit of என்ன சொல்றது, சாப்பலங்கர்ச்சு not a kind of fickleness or anything, the tudukka பேசுறதும்போ இல்லையா, swiftness, someone who is inconsiderate. So but it comes from a very good intention. So the good intention makes them speak directly in a straightforward manner, and that quality is very, very typical of a Brahmana. So dvijati bhavat, because they are very straightforward in their mind, riju bhavat. So dvijati bhavat upapanna chapalaha, I have this boldness that I have in me. Tadrishaha aham kinchit bhavatim prashtumanaha. I want to ask you something here. Ataha itukte, because you have shown me so much of respect, I want to ask something here. Nached rahasyam, if it is not such a big secret, pratibodhayishyasi, you should let me know. I hope you will answer me. Kushala prashnadau asangatasya asya sakhya pratipadanasya phalam aha. Sorry. Ama. कुशलप्रश्नादौ asangatasya asya sakya pratipadanasya. So when he is only in the warm up stage of asking, how are you, how is everything, all of that, she hasn't even answered as yet for all the questions that he is asking. He's just continuously asking here, right? So kushala prashnadau eva asangatasya, something that is irrelevant or that which is not fitting here, sakya pratipadana, he is showing that we both seem to have a friendship right now. He has already assumed that we have exchanged 7 words, and so we have a sakyam right now. All of this, there should be some goal in mind. So that goal he is revealing right now. So ataha ayanjanaha atra bhavatim kinchit prashtumanaha ataha etasmat sakhyat hetoho, because of the friendship that has been established between us, ayanjanaha iti padadvayam aham iti etasmin arthe. Usually whenever we see any shloka, that is always in the sense of the person who is saying it. Aham vande balaha aham vande, even if it is in pullinga, a stree can say all that in stotra, etc. When you do an adyahara of the padam ayanjanaha to mean aham, so then the pullinga gets satisfied with that. So yadaha bhojaha sedam shabdam janapadam asmadarthe prayunjyate sa idam shabda idam shabdaha. Okay, tat shabda and idam shabda, I think, or saha idam shabdaha. The idam shabda is usually used with the jana padam, along with the jana, the word jana, that is ayam and janaha. If these two are used, then it is asmadarthe prayujyate, it is used in the sense of aham. Prashnasya vishayam darshayati. So ataha ayanjanaha atra bhavatim ityukte tapasi vishaye kinchit natu bahu anena vinayam darshayati. So atra, in this matter, whatever you are doing right now, atra vishaye atra bhavatim garche, you epume in natakam we use this atra bhavati as someone who is present right now in front of me. Atra bhavatim prashtumichchami, I wish to ask you who are present here. Whereas here he takes atra to mean tapas vishaye iti. Not sure if Mallinatha takes the same thing. Atra prastave ityuktam. Okay, then fine. Okay, so atra bahukshamam atra kinchit prashtumanaha, I wish to ask you something here. So kinchit natu bahu, I'm not going to ask you too much, I'm just asking you a little bit, one quick question.
Mahodaya, can you I didn't fully understand what you meant by when the ladies also say balaha, like that context, I didn't get it.
Okay, so nariya shlokangal, there are many stotras which seem to be like a pullinga addressing the god. Aham mangra padam irukadu, or even if aham is there, still it will be baloham tvam, andha madri ella varum illaya.
Yes.
எனக்கு சட்டுன்னு I don't remember najanami shabdam najanami chartham lalam kuda varala, but somewhere it is an adjective to yourself, but the adjective would be in pullinga. So someone who is a female, how would you feel to say, you don't need to change it to bala aham vande, you don't need to change it.
Okay.
So you can keep it as the author has it, and you can just do an adyahara padam of ayam janaha balaha.
Ayam janaha balaha nama stri vadati.
Stri vadati.
Balaha nama ayam janaha. Ayam janaha balaha bhutva. Okay, so
baloyam janaha, ayam janaha is equal to aham. That's all.
Aham. Okay, I see. Okay, so that bala gets swallowed into that aham and it becomes alinga.
Yes, avladha.
Okay.
So you don't need to specify it as and change it to suit for women to say. Madrila don't need to complicate things-ங்கிறதுக்கு சொல்லுவார்.
Got it.
It's like this person, right?
This person.
Free of gender.
அவ்வளவுதான். See, என்னைக்கோ வந்து ஜெண்டர் ஃப்ரீயா பண்ணிருந்தா, it's just that the word has a gender, that's okay. But it was very conscious அது இருந்ததா. Even purusha, the word purusha was never used as a man in the context of philosophy. இல்லையா?
Right.
The same way.
Right. Yeah.
Prashtum manaha yasya saha. So this tumun kama manasoho api, so that tumaha makara lopaha happens. Prashtum manaha yasya saha, prashtum kamaha yasya saha, that makara lopam uktva tatra prashtumanaha, prashtukamaha happens. So bhavati aham prashtukamaha asmi sakhyat sanjata visrambhaha aham तपो विषये किमपि भवतीं प्रष्टुकामः अस्मि. Sakhyat, sanjata visrambha. Because of this friendship, I am now fearless. Visrambha, there is a no fear in me. Hence, I want to ask you something with respect to tapas. Tapo vishaye kimapi bhavatim prashtukamaha. Nacha ayam anavasare prashnaha. Tvam kopayishyati iti aha. No, this will not anger you. No, anavasare prashnaha. This is not the opportunity to ask such questions. So you might get angry. No, you are not a person who will get angry here. He praises her also by saying bahukshamam bhavatim iti. Bahvi kshama yasyaha tam. Kshama abhave katham etadrisha tapah pravritti upapattihi. If you did not have kshama, you would not have gotten into this kind of a tapas at all. illa and the bahukshamamangradalla, you have to think of the Parvati tapas that we have been describing for some 10-15 shlokas or 20 shlokas before. Bahukshamam, if she did not have so much of forbearance, how could she have gotten into etadrisha tapah pravritti upapattihi? It is not possible. Nanu astu bahukshamavattvam. She may be extremely patient, but that doesn't mean that she has to tolerate such questions. Tathapi katham prathama darshane eva karya prashnaha kriyate kritaha va prashnaha katham chapala paryavasayi na syat. Chapala paryavasayi, ஒரு நிமிஷம். Paryavasayi va இருக்கணும். Paryavasayi na syat. How does it not? Okay. So, nanu astu bahu kshamavatvam. She may have a lot of patience, true. But then, prathama darshane eva, this is the first time they are seeing. It's not as if some 4-5 meetings have happened and they have become thick friends and then he is asking something very personal. Tatha nasti kalu. Prathama darshane eva. The first sight itself, karya prashnaha kriyate. You are asking something, can you do this for me? Or tell me something that is very personal. Kritaha va prashnaha. Even if it is a question that has been asked, it seems to end in showing that it is extremely bold. Chapala paryavasayi. Paryavasanam nama, it ends in being chapalam. It ends in being a question of rashness or boldness. It will not be usually, even if someone asks a question on the first meeting itself, they would not end up asking a question which is chapala paryavasayi, that is, which ends up being a very rash question. Right? Iti imam ashankam chapala abhyupagamena pariharati. So Parvati might think that first meetingly he is asking me a question, and that too it is a question that is extremely rash. Then he justifies his own rashness or that boldness by saying dvijati bhavad upapanna chapalaha. Dvijati bhavat brahmanatvat upapannam yuktam chapalam chapala karma yasya. So dvijati bhava, because he is a brahmana, it is true that it fits that he would ask such a bold question because he is straightforward and it comes from a good place. Nanu atiprarudhe api sakhye rahasya prakashanam bahudoshavah. it takes up a nyayam and says, even if it is a prarudha sneha, even if you have a sneham which is extremely thick, yet you don't reveal something which is rahasyam. Rahasya prakashanam tu bahu doshavaham nama natu papam atra, kintu it can be accompanied by a lot of மிஸ்டேக்ஸ், அது எப்படி சொல்றதுன்னு தெரியல, தோஷங்கள் இருக்கும், அவ்வளவுதான். இட் கேன் லீட் டு அ லாட் ஆஃப் டிஃபிகல்டிஸ் லேட்டர். மந்திரம் சுரக்ஷிதம் அபி சிந்தியாத் இல்ல, சந்தியாதிதி ஆப்த பரம்பரா. சந்தியாத் நாம சதி ஆவரணை சம்வரணை, so covering up. Mantram surakšitam api, even though you have a mantropadesha, it has to be protected well. Even if it is protected well, you have to cover it up. That is the apta parampara. That is the parampara with which people have told you. Aptaha nama, even if they are very close, you never reveal to a person about your mantropadesha or what you know. It requires more than normal friendship for you to reveal all that. So you have to keep it well protected. Ataha tapodhane tvam rahasyam na chet pratibodhayishyasi. Tapodhane, tapayeva dhanam yasyaha, rahasyam aprakashyam maya prashtum ishtam idam kāryam. What I want to ask is rahasyam na chet. Okay. If it is not rahasyam and you can reveal it, then yes. So maya prashtum ishtam idam kāryam rahasyam na chet. If it is not a rahasya, then pratibodhayishyasi, jnapayishyasi, you can make it known to me. Swayameva, or you yourself can let me know what it is. So natra me nirbandhaha iti bhavaha. I am not, this is his own inclusion, but that's the tatparyam, right? I am not trying to force you here. If it is not a secret, you tell me. Otherwise, you don't need to reveal it. So natra nirbandhaha me. I am not trying to force, it's not my force. Satihi nirbandhe pratibodhaya iti lot prayogaha eva bhavet. See, if there is a nirbandha, rahasyam na cheta pratibodhaya iti lot prayogaha bhavet, he is saying pratibodhayishyasi, you will naturally tell me if it is not a rahasyam. Otherwise, you will come up with some excuse and just ask me to get out. So he is using lit prayoga to say that if you feel that it is a nirbandha, you are not going to say. Then if I want to say it as a nirbandha, then I would have used lot prayoga. Pratibodhaya vada iti lot prayogaha tatra bhavet. Ahantu lit prayogam karomi. Tasmat, it is not a nirbandha. He wants to insist that it is not, there is no force here. Nirbandho hi kshavantam api kopayati. When you try to use force, nirbandha, when you try to use force, even a person who is extremely patient will become angry. Kopayati. Yathoktam raghuvamshe. Nirbandha sanjata rusha. The context here is very beautiful. Idula, and the Raghu, Kautsav prapede varatantu shishyaha andrakkalya. That sarga where varatantu is guru, varatantu is the guru. His shishya, disciple Kautsa, comes to Raghu. When Raghu is doing yagam and he has given up everything, he has nothing, even all the jewels on his hand and on his self are all have been distributed. Then this Kautsa comes in and he says, what do I ask you? You have nothing on your hand right now. Then Raghu says, no, don't worry, I will go and fight with Kubera if you want and get you what you want. You tell me what you want. Then he tells a story that Vidyabhyasartam Bharatantu Samipam Gataha iti. He goes there and then after his Vidyabhyasa is done for 12 years or so, Gurukula Vasam Samaptam, he asks the Guru, what do I give you in return? The Guru says, அந்த நன்னா இருக்கு அந்த இடத்துல சமாப்த வித்யேன மயா. I'll just share that. ரகுவம்சா அழகா இருக்கு, அதனால I thought we'll just go over the two shlokas. Samapta vidyena maya maharshihi Vigyapito abhut Gurudakshinayai. Maharshihi Vigyapitaha abhut. The rishi was informed. That is, I told the rishi about Guru Dakshina, Samapta Vidyena. I had completed all my Vidya. So I told him, asked him for what is the Guru Dakshina that I have to give you. Same chiraya askhalita upacharam tam bhaktim eva aganayat purastat. But that rishi, he said, your bhakti is the foremost and that is my Guru Dakshina, which you have been continuously doing upachara to me askhalita rupena, without any vignam. You have been doing seva to me. That bhakti alone is what I think as the foremost. Iti tena api uktam. Saha me chiraya askalita upacharam tam bhaktimeva purastat aganayate. He said that is that is your dakshina, that is enough for me. The next shlokathla da idu varudhu. Kālidasa's brevity for words is also beautiful here. Nirbandha sanjata rusha artha karshyam achintayitva guruna ahamuktaha vittasya vidya parisankhayame kotischatastro dashacha ahara iti. Nirbandha sanjata rusha guruna. By the guru who was pressured, who became angry because I was continuously pressuring him. So, Anurodha, Nirbandha. I was trying, no, you have to ask. You want, what do I give you? What do I give you? He kept on pestering him. So, Nirbandha, pestering them, and the Nirbandha word, right meaning. Nirbandha Sanjata Rusha Guruna. Guru who became angry by this constant pestering by me. Mama Artha Karshyam Achintayitva. He did not think about whether this person can afford or not. He did not even think about it because immediately that quick anger came about. Vittasya vidya parisankhya me chatasraha dasha kotihi ahara iti uktavan. He said, I have taught you 14 vidyas. 14 vidyas are on the Angani Vedas Chatvaraha, Mimamsa Nyaya Vistaraha Irkalya. So that all those 14 vidyas, for each vidya you give me 1 koti, 1 crore. For each vidya. So he asked for 14 crores without even thinking whether I had that capability or not. So Nirbandha Sanjata Rusha. Even if he is a person who is extremely patient, he can become angry at that point. Adakaga Sakhe Mahatyapi Atyanta Gopaniyasya Arthasya Vaktum Ashakyatvat Ahantu na Bhavatim Nirbadhnami. Even if it is a great sakyam, sakhe mahati api. If it is a rahasyam that has to be kept well within the heart, then it is difficult to open up and say. It's not something that you can easily open up, and some secrets are well buried inside over layers and layers of emotions and other incidents. So many things come up and just push it down to the level that you can't even vocalize to yourself, first of all. Then only, you have to open up to another person. And imagine how much of you, psychology, it is such a big thing to even vocally accept it to yourself. The first thing you do is, in a quiet room, you open it out and tell it to yourself that, yes, this has happened to me. Yes, this is what I feel. Other way to vocalize it becomes real. Only if you can say it to yourself can you even consider saying it to another person. So rahasyam is such a powerful thing in a way. Na bhavatim nirbadhnami. So I will not force you. Ati rahasyam na chet tvam evam pratibodhayishyasi. You yourself will automatically tell me. Atotra kinchit bhavatim bahukshamaam dvijati bhavad upapanna chapalaha ayanjanah prashtumanas tapodhane nachedrahasyam pratibodhayishyasi. From the next shloka he starts. Adikkume oru purvavidike poduvaru. What do you want? You have everything that you want in this world. Why are you doing this tapas? Yeah.